everyone. Welcome to Discovering Travel by Discoverless, episode 3. We're here with Christian here from Bogota, Colombia, and he'll introduce himself. But again, just to reiterate what this interview series is all about, we want to bring you guys perspectives from everyone around the world, during these times, and help you guys dream of the future day we get to travel again. So, hi, Christian. Thank you for joining us today. How are you?
Hello, thank you for having me. Hello, how are you?
Of course. Thank you. Would you like to tell us about what you do? What's your favorite hobby and, where you're currently located?
Okay, perfect. So I'm Christian Martin. I'm from Ciudad Guayana, Venezuela, born and raised. I've been in Colombia for almost 4 years and a half. I live in Cartagena for 3 years. And it was actually my first time living on my own, far from my family, and it was really difficult and hard thing to do because I was doing it in a whole different country. So I came to Colombia because I wanted to run away from all the situation and really complicated things I was going through when I was back there. But it was a good change because um, I left all the negative memories behind, and indeed, I started to see all the good things that a country can offer you as a citizen, or in my case, as a foreign citizen. So I decided Colombia because um, the other option was that I had in mind was Brazil, but it wasn't that very good option because I was considering, the language. I didn't speak Portuguese, so I can never imagine that I was going to fall in love with Colombia so quickly. I fell in love with the people, with the sea when I was living in Cartagena, with the tourists and landscape. So one of the things that I used to do when I was living in Cartagena was, hanging out with tourists. I was using couchsurfing to meet people and practice my languages because I wanted to improve my English. So I was always, having the interaction with natives and also doing interesting things like going to parties with amazing people from all over the world, scuba diving and learning about different cultures.
Mm-hmm.
But because I love traveling, I knew in different countries, I decided to move out to Bogota. I wanted to know the city and take advantage of all the big opportunities that a city like this can offer you. I immediately used couchsurfing and I met people that had the same hobbies that I do, listening to rock music, languages interchanges, hanging out with friends, biking, and this kind of things. The thing was that I found a job with a company that was opening new branches all over the department, Cundinamarca. So I
Mm-hmm.
accepted the job and I had the chance to meet actually like 5 different cities while I was working. And I am absolutely thankful with the universe because I am doing something that I really like to and
Mm-hmm.
also like to and I also like to think that I'm good at it. So I'm working and traveling at the same time and making some money to help my family in Venezuela. So the last city
Mm-hmm.
is the city I am in, is my current city, which is La Mesa, Cundinamarca, that is located 2 hours far from Bogota. It's a small city that has everything you can dream of. La Mesa has the best of the two worlds. It is a small city, but it has nightlife, modern people, and all different kind of stores like, a big city, but it also is a humble place with humble people, natural landscape, and the
Mm-hmm.
tranquility of a small town, all in one.
Oh my gosh. What more can you ask for? Everything's in one. That's perfect. I loved hearing your story of how you came, all your work, and like I think it's amazing that you love what you do and also you get to travel and make money on the side. Like you can't I can't ask for anything else, that's perfect. I absolutely love that. Thank you for sharing that with us. And again, I hope you and your family are doing, well during this time. It's been a crazy time for everyone. I'm sure of that. And, touching upon that, actually, I just had a question. Are there any like travel or changes or restrictions that you think you will see for Colombia, for people who would want to come to visit in the next few months, possibly, or the next year?
Yeah, it's actually it's been crazy, right? All the
Mm-hmm.
situation and all the things that is going on. So I think, well, I'm not sure about the government, but I'm pretty sure that people is gonna consider all the things that you have to do before to go to another country. And I mean, the tourists, if they want to come here, they're totally invited. However, they have to consider that all the things are changing around the world. So you have to be a little bit more aware and take care of yourself, take care of the people around you, use your mask space and things like that. So they haven't said what the tourists have to do before to come here in the
Mm-hmm.
future, but I'm pretty sure that the government is gonna take, all the procedures and stuff.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I feel like it's everywhere. It's gonna be new procedures. It's gonna be a new normal, basically, for when we go travel anywhere now. I'm assuming. So I'm sure that whenever someone comes to visit Colombia, they'll be expecting that. I'm sure. And as you know, I'm sure you know about Discover List, the app, and it's about sharing, hot spots with people and, sharing those secret spots that we may not know unless we heard it from a friend. So I would love to dive into some questions that would go into some of your favorite spots in Colombia. So what is your favorite spot to go for a bite to eat or just to celebrate something?
Well, this is, I wanted to talk about specifically the place I'm living in. So
Hmm.
one of the things that I really love about La Mesa is the fact that you don't have famous brands. You
Hmm.
don't have McDonald's and
Hmm.
restaurants like that. You just have beautiful, humble, small family Colombian restaurants
That's
where you
awesome.
can find homemade food and very creative dishes. And I like to think that I'm helping you little business to grow up.
Hmm.
So the other thing that I like about it is that in these restaurants, they actually cook with natural ingredients and they don't use so many
Oh yeah.
processed products. Speaking of this, I can tell my favorite restaurant in town is a
Hmm.
little restaurant called Coffee Green.
Ooh. Okay.
But yeah, it's my favorite restaurant. So the owner is another Venezuelan guy who is
Hmm.
an entrepreneur and is a really strong and positive person. He's
Hmm.
actually one of the most hardworking men I have never met. So
Oh really?
I like to go to this kind of restaurants, definitely.
Yeah, I absolutely love that you said that because I think that especially during this time, we need to support small businesses. And I think that's such a great, like thing to be able to have small local restaurants that use true ingredients and nothing processed. I'm not a fan of that either. I don't think I haven't eaten McDonald's in like, I don't even know the last time I ate McDonald's, to
Don't
be
get me
honest.
wrong, I love McDonald's, but when you think about it deeply, so you have to in this moment we are thinking more of taking care of ourselves, taking care of
Hmm.
our health and stuff like that, and this is a very good chance to do that.
Exactly, exactly. I totally agree. What's your favorite dish from Colombia?
Well, Colombian dishes are sensational. I think I love all Colombian food. And even though my favorite dish forever is gonna be fried chicken. That's my favorite
Oh.
thing. So I try not to do that much because it's not good for me.
Mhm.
Sometimes every day eating fried chicken, but Colombian dishes so variety depends on the place you are. So in
Mhm.
the coast, people eat some different things that people in here in Cundinamarca. So I think
Mhm.
one of my favorite dishes is um, la pizca. Pizca is one of my favorite dishes. It's like soup made of milk and vegetables. It's sort
Ooh.
of, yeah, it is delicious. The first time you see it is like, I'm not gonna eat that, but then you try it, it's really exquisite. It's one of my favorite things. And also arepas rellenas, which is way different from the arepas from my country. Venezuela has arepas as well,
Mhm.
but they are so different. And they have like sweet arepas, they call it arepas boyacenses. Oh my God,
Ooh.
it's to die for, really.
I'm seriously ready. Like, I want to try all these dishes. I'm going to have to like ask you to send me pictures of them so then I can put them on this video because I would love to show everyone what these look like because they sound so good. I have to ask though. So, have you tried the fried chicken from America? And what's the difference between like American fried chicken and then like Colombian fried chicken?
Well, I fell in love with American fried chicken, so it's my favorite by far. So we have KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken here, so
Mhm.
I can see the difference. However, when you go to a little small restaurant like
Mhm.
the restaurant I told you,
Mhm.
they prepare their own, they have their recipe and stuff,
Mhm.
and they have species and different ingredients. And when you try it, it's not just the crunchiness, but the
Ooh.
flavor, and it's really delicious. I mean,
Yeah.
Colombianos have it.
They got it. They know what's up with fried chicken. I have to say, like, if I need to try it because I love fried chicken too, and it has to be crispy. Like that's like a must. Like if it's not, then it's not the
Yeah,
best fried chicken.
yeah, what I'm saying, yeah.
So my next question would be, what is something unique you would say about Colombia? Anything unique about it?
Well, about Colombia, the people.
Mm-hmm.
But to talk about the place I'm living in, the weather. After living in Cartagena for so many years, that Cartagena, the weather is like all the time is scorching.
Mm-hmm.
And then living in Bogota, where the weather is always cold, the weather here is so nice that you cannot even compare it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes really it's something really unique about the climate here, the weather here, that is the fog. The fog, am I using the correct word? The fog?
The fog, you said?
Yeah, the fog.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
I don't want to use that different word. It's like the fog is so dense that you can hardly see your neighbor's house. It's
Oh wow.
something unique, something different. Something, yeah, it is amazing. It's so dense. And there is a story that the local said that when the
Mm-hmm.
mist arrived, there comes a man named Juan Diego who kidnaps beautiful women. So
Oh
you
wow.
have to be careful.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, everybody talk about it. And the first time I heard it, it was kind of, why is so that? It's because it's so dense. I promise you can't even see what is going on in front of you when the fog is so bad.
Oh my
So
god.
it is really nice. It's something unique that I never see that in another part of my life.
That's so crazy. Now that's awesome like folk story to tell people when they come. Like that's so interesting. Oh my gosh, I have to see it for myself. 'Cause I think it looks cool when you can't I think it's eerie kind of cool like when you can't see something, from away and there's so much fog and mist. So I think that's awesome that that's something unique about Colombia. Um
Yeah.
so my next question would be what is your absolutely favorite thing to do there?
Well, before the quarantine, it was going to the river.
Mhm.
I was trying to do that every Sunday because I love it. And
Mhm.
on Friday night, I like to go to different clubs and
Mhm.
restaurants and have fun with my friends and locals.
Mhm.
Meeting people, going around, hanging out. Those are kind of my favorite things to do. But before the quarantine, during the quarantine, it's like, I'll focus more into improving my languages. I'm
Mhm.
learning Portuguese at the same time.
Oh.
And I'm reading more because I stopped it for a while, but now I have more time to read my books. I have more time to create, you know, I
Exactly.
like to write. I like to create different things. I'm a very active person with my imagination, so I like to do this kind of thing. During
That's
the
amazing.
quarantine is what I've been doing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. I feel like this break that we have now is such a perfect time to really use your creativity. I feel like more than ever, I feel more creative than I've ever been in the last, few years of my
Yeah.
life because we're always on the go, but now it's like we actually have to stop and think and actually be creative. So I love that you've been doing that, and that's awesome to hear that there's a good nightlife in Colombia. That's so much fun always. Would you say there are any tourist spots or any local spots you would say in Colombia?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there is one. there is one place in here which is my favorite place ever. It's called Macadamia, which is an
Okay.
adventure park where you
Oh,
can go there and you can rappel, you can climb, you can hike, you
oh
can
my
walk
God.
on bridges that they are moving. There are many mountains around the city. There are also many viewpoints where you can go and have a nice meeting with your friends. I mean,
Hmm.
it's exceptional. You can talk about something that you can talk about whatever. I mean, what I'm saying is like there are too many places that you can actually go to have fun with your friends, and you
Hmm.
can think in just one. There are too
Hmm.
many. There are too many
Oh my
places.
God.
So I think that is my favorite one. Macadamia is sensational.
That sounds like fun. I love adventure parks, so that sounds like an absolute blast. I mean, like that's great that there's more than enough. So like if we ever go there, like there's never not
The
something
funny thing is, I wasn't scared about it because I'm
good.
afraid of heights. I'm afraid of doing these kind of things, but
Hmm.
I did it, and it was it worth it. It is worth it.
Oh my gosh. I hope when people watch this are like, all right, we're going to Colombia. That's for sure. And actually talking about that, is there something that you think that would shock people when they come to Colombia? Like anything that you think is a very different aspect in culture or maybe just in places?
Well, firstly, Colombia is, oh my God, I can tell Colombia is, I think it's my second favorite country ever.
Oh,
I mean, Colombia is freaking beautiful. People in here are so nice. I just
mm-hmm.
love it. But one of the things that are really interesting is like, Venezuela and Colombia are not that far. They are kind of siblings, we'll say. And but they have so different cultures and traditions that the first time I saw one is one of my favorites. It is called the Little Candles Day. And in this day, people traditionally candles in front of their houses every December 7th
Mm-hmm.
to celebrate the Immaculate Conception. I am not a Christian guy, but it looks so really nice when you go out and see people lighting candles because
Mm-hmm.
of the culture, and everybody is so respectful about
Mm-hmm.
it. And people gathering around the houses, talking with neighbors, talking with friends. It is one of my favorite things, and it really shocked the first time you hear it because you never see something like that in the country.
Yeah.
Because everybody together is so nice, so beautiful, and I love it. I love it. I definitely love it.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like an amazing sight to see, just to see a bunch of, a community just come together and also like putting out candles. Like that's such a beautiful sight. I think that's something that would be really amazing to
And I
see.
love them different colors and the kids playing
Oh,
around. Then it is very beautiful. It is very beautiful.
that's so heartwarming. That's like awesome. I would love to, and I really have to go to Colombia now. I'll tell Susanna that we have to maybe travel there together or something like that.
Yeah, because another thing, which is a bad thing, the Colombia is full. People have bad concepts about Colombia before preconcepts before they
Mm-hmm.
come here, and then when you come here and you realize how people actually are, and you
Mm-hmm.
made their country and all the beautiful things that this country can offer you, you change all the story because it is an amazing place. It is a fantastic place, actually.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, from just hearing you talk about it so much, I definitely believe you, and it's a fantastic place. You just have to go there and see for yourself, like kind of thing. I love that. So, my close to the last question is, if you had to sum up the Columbia in one word or sentence, what would it be?
Wow, that was a
What's
hard question
I
because
know. It's very
yeah, but I found a word which is straightforward. It's like
Mhm,
simple is nice, but not simple in a bad way, but
mhm.
simple in it's just sencillo, it's a perfect word, but in Spanish it's much better. It's like people are humble, people are they're no, you know, I don't have any other word, just simple, simplicity.
I love that. I think the best part of going anywhere is always, the people. So I'm glad that you met. That's probably the main thing you have to talk about Colombia is just the people, and just seeing you and just meeting you for the first time. If you represent Colombia, I'm like, all right, this Colombia, it sounds great. I need to go there. That's for sure.
Yeah, you should definitely do that.
Of course. And so my last question would be, just to wrap up this interview, is do you have any insight or advice just to give to everyone during these, trying times? I think everyone is just, I don't know how it is in Colombia right now and like what the stage is right now, but for America, we're slowly opening things up. So people are slowly going out and having a little bit more fun, but I think it's still always a great thing to give people advice, even if they're starting to get back to a new normal.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
So, well, during this time, I've realized I'm capable of doing lots of activities that I used to think that I wasn't capable of. I
Mm-hmm.
got better at my cooking skill. I've been practicing my languages uh,
Mm-hmm.
at home, by myself, and I also
Mm-hmm.
started to meditate and do some yoga.
Mm-hmm.
I'm eager to travel, don't get me wrong, but we have to be aware that we are not just taking care of ourselves,
Yeah,
but we are taking care of everyone.
exactly.
So the world has changed, so we
Mm-hmm.
have to update. You have to start to living in this new world with
Mm-hmm.
new thoughts. And my piece of advice for everybody is take the advantages of this time and try to become a better version of yourself. That's all.
I love that. I totally agree because I feel like after this time, if you don't feel like you change or really done something, then like, I don't know. I think that's just, this is probably one of the moments in our life that we can say we have more than enough time to do something or to better ourselves. So if we don't come out of this a better person, I'm not sure what you did this time, but I hope everyone took this time to become better in some
You
sort
have
of
to
way.
look for the good things because I know the quarantine is not something that we were expecting, but it's
Hmm.
happening. So we have to adapt to this new world and living in and move forward, continue with our life, but much better because we can definitely do it much better.
Exactly. I can't agree more. We have to adapt and move on, move forward. And I love that. Always keep moving forward. I really appreciate that. So I think that wraps up my questions, but I think this interview has been so insightful into Colombia. And I think that everyone after this would love to go to Colombia because I haven't been. And I really appreciate your time. And thank you so much for coming on here and answering all these questions. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for having me. Thank you for having me. It was a really good time. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you. I hope you guys from now on see Colombia with a different point of view. So you're totally invited. If you want to visit me, so you're welcome in my place.
Oh, yes, great. I was like, you definitely showed me what Colombia is all about. And I'm definitely telling Susanna we're about to travel to Colombia after all this is over, hopefully. Thank you so much again. And so I hope to see you guys on the next episode. But thank you, Christian. It was so nice meeting you.
Me too. Bye.
Bye now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.